today I thought I would do a video that I've seen a couple of other people on BookTube do. I thought I would share 10 books that I definitely want to get read in 2017. Anyway, without further ado, I will show you all the books. First, let's talk standalones, or series starters. One of the books that I've had on my TBR the longest is actually Pivot Point by Casey West. And this is a sort of contemporary, sort of sci-fi story about a girl who has the ability to see what would happen if she makes a choice. So she can see both directions her life would take if she makes a choice, and this choice she's making is whether to live with her mother or to live with her father. And I've heard nothing but praise from Kristen over at Super Space Chick for this duology, so I can't wait to get to it. I've had it on my Kindle for what seems like forever, so this will be the year that I finally read it. The next book that I want to talk about is The Shattered Court by M.J. Scott, and this is a novel of the Four Arts, the very first one. And I actually picked this up in 2015 at the big romance signing that happened in New York then. And Rachel of Hello Chelly has read this and really liked it, which is why I'm eager to push it up on my TBR file. This book is set in a place called Anglion, and in Anglion, when you're a witch, once your power manifests, you have to get married because that's the only way your power will stay under control. There's a lady named Sophia Kendall, and she is 32nd in line to the throne, and she's waiting to see if she's going to be blessed or cursed with magic. When Anglion is thrown into chaos, Lady Sophia is forced to flee the court only under the protection of a certain lieutenant named Lieutenant Cameron. And her magic just so happens to manifest, and that just sounds really interesting. I don't think I've read anything like this book, so I'm very eager to get to it. The next book is one a lot of people will recognize, and that is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I acquired this book in June of last year when I went to visit my friend Alyssa and to see my friend Kelly, and we all went to Book Barn together in Connecticut. It's about two dueling magicians, I believe, and they are forced to fight, but then they end up falling in love. That's all I know about it. I could be wrong. You can tell me if you think I am. But I am really looking forward to reading this. I've heard so much about it. I really love this cover and I really love the concept of it. Definitely planning to read this 2017. Next is a book by an author that I already love and I still have to read a lot of her books, and that is The Ship of Brides by Jojo Moyes. This story is about a bunch of women who are going to board a ship and go from Sydney to wherever their betrothed lives. And this is the era after World War II, I think, where a lot of soldiers and the people they're betrothed to are often separated, and so the women have to journey to get to where the soldiers are. I've always loved Jojo Moyes' books. I've read 4 of them now and I really enjoyed them all, so I'm hoping I will enjoy this one as well. The next book I have to show you is a book that I've had for I think close to 2 years now, ever since it actually came out, and I bought it because my friend Hannah of So Obsessed absolutely loved it, and that book is All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr, and this book is one that I am reading this month. It shall be in my next wrap-up video because it is a book that Lindsay of Bring My Books and I plan to read for our collab project this year, the Year of Recommended Reads, which you can find out more about below. I will link to a post about it. This book is about Marie Laure, who ends up fleeing Paris with her father and going to live in a town by the sea. It's also about a boy named Werner who eventually crosses paths with her and their story, and that's all I really know about it. All I know is that Hannah really loves it and that Lindsay has already started it and also really loves it, so I'm very much looking forward to starting it and hopefully loving it as much as both of them have. The next portion of this video is all the series books that I need to get read this year because I want to finish a bunch of series, and these are some that I meant to finish last year but never got around to, so it's happening this year. The Beauty of Darkness by Mary E. Pearson. This is the 3rd book in the Remnant Chronicles. The first book is The Kiss of Deception, and that one is about a girl who's running away from an arranged marriage only to be pursued by an assassin and the prince that she was supposed to marry. And I'm really eager to read The Beauty of Darkness. Next book that I want to mention is for a series that I loved since the very beginning, but for some reason never read the last book to, and that is The Raven King by Maggie Seawater. And this is a book that was gifted to me by Kristen over at Super Space Chick for Christmas to complete my Raven Cycle collection. Anyway, The Raven Boys is about 4 boys who go to school at Aglionby, and the 4 boys are named Noah, Adam, Ronan, and Gansey. And the first book pretty much just talks about how the Gansey is in search of a dead king that lies on the ley line that runs through their town, and also mentions how they all become friends with Blue, who lives in 300 Fox Way with a bunch of women in her family. And it's this weird combination of things, and yet it all somehow manages to work. And I also just really love the way Maggie Stiefvater writes, so I'm very eager to finally finish the series and to find out how it ends. And then we have a book that I pre-ordered but have not yet read, and that book is A Million Worlds with You by Claudia Gray. This is the third book in the Firebird trilogy. The first book, 1,000 Pieces of You, is centered around a girl named Marguerite who is determined to chase her father's supposed killer through dimensions, because interdimensional travel and time travel are possible in the book. And I really enjoyed the first and second book, so I'm curious, especially after the second book and how it ends, I'm dying to read the third book. And then we have The Winner's Kiss by Maria Rakowski, and I actually attended the launch party for this but still haven't read it. It's the third book in the Winner's trilogy. The first book is The Winner's Curse, and it is about two individuals. It's about Kestrel, who is the daughter of a high-ranking military officer, and she's a great strategist, but she only really has two choices in life: to either become part of the military force or to get married. Her life changes one day when she decides to buy a slave named Aaron, and from there their relationship develops and a lot of things happen. The second book was even better than the first, and so I'm dying to read the third. And the last book that I want to mention in this video is Stars Above by Marissa Meyer. This is a collection of the novellas, including one brand new story about the characters in the Lunar Chronicles. And I've read a few of the novellas as novellas when they were separately released, but I haven't actually dived into this particular novel, and I really want to, especially because of the very last story. So I'm definitely going to be doing that. If you haven't yet checked out the Lunar Chronicles, it's a really great series that combines fairy tales and sci-fi, and I think it's so cool and so fun. Those are 10 of the books that I am hoping to get to in 2017. Well, not hoping. I will get to in 2017. So wish me luck with that. Do you have any books that you guys are planning to get to this year in 2017 that you absolutely must read? I hope that you get those read. In addition to all these 10, there is one other book that I will be reading in 2017, and that's Les Miserables by Victor Hugo, but I talked about that in my resolutions video, which I will link to up here and down below. Alright guys, till next time, bye!